Hello people searching for a beautiful romantic comedy. Today I bring you a work with an incredibly cute romance to fill that late-night void. This is a story that brought me genuine smiles because of its purity and cuteness, despite having quite a few SUS scenes. But without further ado, let's get to the summary. Succubi are considered low-ranked demons and live by controlling people's dreams and stealing their vitality. But not everything is rosy, as the succubi society is about to collapse due to the lack of manpower and the ever-growing working hours. Tired of all this, our waifu just wants to escape and stay home relaxing. But being in a lower position than the others, she was forced to go to work. It's then that she smells a high-quality virgin nearby. Did she smell us from afar? Locating her victim, she sneaks into the room through the window, while wondering why on earth she has to do this. But, already on top of her victim, she introduces herself as Succubus Lily and asks for his vitality. In exchange, she will show him whatever he desires in his dreams. Whether it's a maid, an older sister, or even tentacles? Wait, hold up. Hearing this and making a crazy face, he asks if it can really be anything, and he asks for what only true Sigmas would ask for, right? Which is to spend the whole night playing. Exactly. Confused by this request, Lily asks why he wants to do this in his dreams. He explains that since becoming a full member of society, he hasn't had time to relax by playing games, so he wanted to do that with her. And he says that thanks to Lily, he will be able to do his best tomorrow. With a smile on her face, Lily says she'll play with him again tomorrow. In Japan, the birth rate continues to fall and the need for manpower grows, along with longer working hours, and thus Japanese society is rapidly entering a dark age. Korwa Tsutomu, the man from the night before, is one of the workers exploited with overtime hours, and even arriving home late at night, he still has to wake up early to work tomorrow. Approaching his apartment, he finds someone ringing his doorbell like crazy. The girl won't stop yelling at the man to come out already and that he shouldn't pretend he's not home. As he gets closer, he quickly realizes it's Lily, who acts tsundere and starts scolding him for not letting her know he wouldn't be home. She says she had just arrived there but that he almost made her late for work, while Korwa just explains that he was working. They enter, and she asks him to at least leave the window open next time, and pushing him, she hurries him to go to sleep already because she can't miss her workday. However, he says he hasn't eaten yet, and looking at his pitiful bento box, she says he can eat whatever he wants in his dreams. From caviar to shark fin soup, or even satisfy himself with something different. Yes, my friends, even that. However, she says it's not like that's something succubi prefer to show in those dreams. It's just a more efficient way to gather vitality. That said, she says she can offer him anything he desires. After swallowing hard, he asks for what he wants. And what's better than asking for a homemade meal? After serving the table, she asks why he requested that, to which he replies that homemade food is a luxury for him, as everything he's been eating lately tastes the same. It's been a long time since he's had such a delicious meal. Hearing all this, she tells him to eat everything and not waste a single bite. Days later, there she is, bored in front of a big screen, complaining about having to work even on Sundays. But knowing that complaining is pointless, she pulls herself together because she can't show that miserable face to Korwa. Thinking he was working, she decides to enter through the window and wait inside to surprise him. However, he was actually sleeping and that startled her. Pretending to be calm, she asks what happened to the workday, but he says he took a day off for the first time in a long while. He slept all afternoon and didn't even realize it was already night, having nothing to do. Knowing this, Lily immediately warns him that if he stays shut in like that, he will only wilt his vitality. Here's a tip for you guys. Let's touch the grass at least once a day. Noticing that he seems to not understand, she says that his vitality is the source of his existence, and if he doesn't restore it, he will die. And that would be a problem for her, so she advises him to go somewhere on his next day off. Hearing this, Korwa simply says that his days off are irregular, so it's not possible to schedule something like that. And in this way, Lily then says he should go somewhere in his dreams. If he wishes, she can take him anywhere in the world or even to the moon. And noticing it can be anywhere, what's better than an amusement park? Again confused by the request, she asks why an amusement park, but he wasn't even listening. He then apologizes and says he chose to come here because he always came with his family, and back then, every day was rewarding. Moreover, this isn't a place for a single man to go, so he thanks her for going on this date with him. Realizing it was a date only now, she feels completely awkward. The next day, she goes again to his house, stretches, and starts looking for him, but can't find him anywhere. Even with the lights on, She couldn't find him in any corner of the house. Suddenly he appears and pops a surprise cone, which catches her off guard, and congratulates her for another hard day of work. She didn't quite understand, so he apologized, but said it's strange that he doesn't do anything but always lets her ensure those dreams. So he thought he could grant a wish of hers today. Therefore, whatever he can do, she can ask for anything. Hearing all this, she says she was just doing work, but he tells her not to hold back and to ask for whatever she wants, and after that, she asks. She wants him to hold her hand, and he asks if it would really be okay to just do that, but she insists. Then, asking him to hurry up and acting difficult, he agrees to fulfill that wish. And slowly, he was going to take her hand while she squirmed in embarrassment. It's then shown that she was dreaming, and it seems something more happened in the dream, but it wasn't revealed. But the alarm soon goes off, and she wakes up startled because she overslept. After that, she rushes out hoping to get back before Korwa returns from work. Sneaking in through the window, Lily realizes he was saying something, and fearing it was to someone else, she just waits until she sees he was talking to himself, and then appears behind him. He gets startled and asks when she got there, but she just says she has to work. That's why she's here. But while wagging her tail, she realizes she worried for nothing. Still, she warns him that talking to oneself can be a problem, and he hadn't even realized he was doing it. She soon alerts him that not being aware of that is even more dangerous. If done at work, people will start to think he's strange, and if he's feeling down, it will cause problems for her too, so he should talk to someone. He says it would be great if he could, but he has no friends, and he can't be the one to break the ice, so talking to his colleagues isn't a good idea. After hearing this, she says he should talk to someone in his dreams. I don't know about you all, but reading this hurt me. Anyway, she says that in his dream, anyone will listen to what he has to say. He could wish for a woman he gets along with, and he shouldn't restrict himself to just humans. I think she's interested, and asking if it can really be anyone. He then makes his wish and asks for a cute kitten. She asks why a cat, and he says that instead of feeling comfortable talking to people, he doesn't mind being ignored to a certain extent. Plus, he would like to have a cat, but he would feel bad leaving it alone while he works. And then he starts talking to the cat while Lily just observes and begins to feel jealous. So she confiscates the cat for stealing her place. Days later, Korwa was working from home because he needed to finish the layout of a presentation. Wanting to work quickly, Lily approached the notebook and told him to hurry up. In response, he asked her to wait just a little longer because he was almost done. But she already thought he was watching something strange, but then realized it was work. Getting even closer to him, she says she's also swamped with work and already close enough to pounce on him. She realizes this is her chance to start clinging to him. However, my friends, upon smelling his hair, she quickly pulls away because it smelled too bad. He then explains that he's been very busy lately, so he usually doesn't shower and sleeps like that. And thus, he finishes his work, and Lily tells him to go take a good shower because it will help reduce his stress and make it easier for him to work if he's more relaxed. Korwa agrees and was about to go, however, Lily warns that he could then take a shower in his dreams. Whether in a sauna or a big enough bathtub to swim, he can take any type of bath he wants. Hearing he could have any kind of bath, he chooses that hot cauldron bath, which I have no idea how it works but made him relax a lot. Lily asks why he chose such a bath, and he says he saw it on TV some time ago and wanted to try at least once. He also says that if she's stressed, she can join him because she would feel great, and completely embarrassed, she says she's not interested in that, but, well, and so she contemplates whether or not to join him, until he exits and says he'll help her get in, but she says she's not mentally prepared. Yet he keeps approaching, and in that moment, her towel slips off and she goes into shock. New Year arrives and they end up spending it together. Noticing she was in a kimono, he comments about it, and Lily ends up thinking he was complaining about it. However, he says she looks quite familiar with him. After that, she was going to change clothes until he says he thought she looked pretty in a kimono, making her stop immediately, stand up, and say there's no way she could be cute, while the pretty and cute Lily becomes more and more embarrassed. Days later, on her way to Korwa's house, the day was super cold, and entering through the window as usual, she rushes Korwa to start working already because she wants to sleep too. However, Korwa was sick and could barely greet Lily. She asks what happened, and he says he ended up working too much last week and caught a cold, and that it would be difficult for her to do her work if she got sick too, so she shouldn't get close to him. However, Lily warns him to worry about himself first. Besides, succubi aren't as weak as humans. After saying this, she drags him to bed and tells him to rest once and for all. But he warns that he's already tried that but keeps waking up due to nightmares caused by the fever. Thus, she says that then she will just have to make a dream that will make him sleep deeply. And while she arranges him in bed, Lily informs him it can be any dream, and that she will collect his vitality next time. Hearing this, Korwa begins to remember something and then makes his request, thanking Lily while she is completely embarrassed. He says that now he will be able to sleep, but she just tells him to sleep already. And what better way to sleep than on the wonderful legs of our Lily? Realizing the situation she got herself into, she can only die of embarrassment without saying anything. She wants him to get better, but just a little bit. That way they could do this more often. Days later, on her way to Korwa's house again, Lily was eating some sweet cakes and wonders if Korwa likes sweets. Realizing that she actually doesn't know much about him, she decides to snoop around a bit. Arriving at Korwa's house, where he was lighting incense and praying, Lily asks what he was doing in the middle of the night. Turning to her, he explains that today is his father's birthday, so he decided to burn some incense. Knowing this, Lily apologizes for her lack of attention and asks what kind of father he was in life. Korwa says that he did everything for the family. Perhaps that's why his health kept getting worse, and he ended up passing away when Korwa was just a student. He believes his father must still be worried about them, but hopes that seeing him working hard will ease his worries a little. And Lily could only listen to all of this while remaining silent. Noticing that he might have talked too much, Korwa apologizes, but Lily was already on her way out. She informs him that she has some personal matters to resolve, so she's leaving now. Moreover, he has work tomorrow, so she tells him to go to sleep soon. Watching her leave, he accepts her advice and decides to go to sleep. Waking up in another place, he hears someone calling his name who shouldn't be there. His father was in front of him, warning him that he would catch a cold sleeping there. Korwa is startled but quickly realizes it's a dream. He then remembers Lily, who said she had to take care of some personal matters, and understands what she did. So he decides to just enjoy this time with his father, whom he thought he could never talk to like this again. Korwa says he has been working hard, and his father is happy to hear that. However, he must not overdo it. Hearing this, Korwa agrees, thanks his father for the advice, and also Lily, who was at his window at that very moment. Days later, while out with his friend and manager, Lily is teased because the manager comments that she has been working late and asks if she's having an amazing date or something like that. Embarrassed, Lily says it's nothing like that and also asks about her life. After thinking for a bit, she says she has a problem because her large and beautiful pair of breasts is growing again, and that it might be due to her frequent naps. Well, hearing and seeing that, Lily advises her to exercise, but the manager asks if she could do that while sleeping. My God, are all succubi lazy? Anyway, moments later, Lily was telling Korwa about this incident, saying he should take care of himself too. But trying to change the subject, Korwa says he's envious that she gets along so well with her boss. But Lily quickly notices that he's dodging the issue. So, she continues and tells him that he should exercise even just a little as it will improve his health. Here's a tip, folks. She tells him to finish up quickly and see if he's going to do anything. However, he says he's already done, and he has tried but quit quickly. At that, she starts to get stressed and asks if there isn't any sport he likes. But Korwa just says he doesn't have any and can't think of anything to pass the time. After that, Lily says that in that case, he can try everything in his dreams. Whether it's practicing a sport or a fancy gym, he doesn't need to worry about time or money. With time, he will find something he likes. Knowing he doesn't have to worry about time or money, Korwa has a brilliant idea for a sport. Tandem cycling, and Korwa says that he can do that. But, on the back of the bike, Lily asks why he chose that sport and that her butt is hurting. He thinks he would give up if he were alone, but if someone is helping him from behind, well, if someone is helping, he thinks he can manage. Listening to this, Lily asks if that someone exists, but Korwa says he will look for that. So, Lily takes the opportunity to say that if that's the case, she will do it with him. However, he ended up breaking and made too much noise, so he didn't hear that last part. Arriving home tired from work another day, Korwa just wanted to lie down and sleep. As he lay down, he noticed that she was strangely warm. Due to his fatigue, his vision was even blurry, so he hadn't noticed the girl beside him in bed. But then he realizes and sits up startled. She is Lily's manager, and she apologizes for taking his bed. Noticing she has horns and an unusual appearance, he quickly realizes she is a succubus. After that, she introduces herself as Lily's manager and thanks him for taking care of Lily all this time. She says she wanted to talk to him because Lily has been strangely cheerful lately. Because of this, she wants to show him the dream she desires as a gift, no matter what it is. However, he mentions that it's Lily who does that, and she should have arrived by now. Then, she starts coming on to him, saying that he must have one thing or another that he has difficulty asking Lily for, like adult things. This way, he remembers something and asks if she could let Lily rest a bit since she has been working a lot lately. The manager is confused and soon realizes that Lily is outside but doesn't back down, asking him if he is sure. He says yes because he would like her to relax every once in a while. After this, she steps back and realizes that she has been worrying for nothing, revealing that she intended to drain him completely if he turned out to be someone suspicious. Clearly, she is talking about draining his fridge, right? Now she feels relieved and says she will take responsibility for Lily's rest. And besides that, instead of resting, she believes Lily has already received something better. She then leaves the apartment, but before departing completely, she says she will see them later, Lily and him. And right by the window, extremely camouflaged, was Lily, completely embarrassed. I don't know about you, but I am Lily forever. A few days later, even with heavy rain, Lily went to work. She was upset because she had bought new clothes and wanted to wear them. However, with this rain, it wasn't possible. As she arrived at home, she entered as usual, turned on the lights, and upon doing so, she was startled by the mess in the place. She immediately thought someone had broken in. Maybe a thief? Suddenly she hears a noise and thinks it must be the supposed thief. However, it was just Korwa, who greets her as always while she is utterly confused. His casual demeanor while a supposed thief invaded her house causes her to yell at him, telling him to call the police. But it wasn't a break-in, and there was no thief. It was just him looking for some documents, and he hadn't had time to clean up. After learning this, Lily tries to pretend she wasn't worried but warns him that even though he lives alone, he needs to tidy up his room. Because what if someone wants to live there with him? I don't know who could want that, right, Lily? Well, Korwa agrees with her but doesn't believe there is anyone who would want to live with a nobody like him. His self-esteem doesn't help, and so Lily and he start to clean the room, while she argues with him, saying that fewer births mean fewer humans, which would cause problems for succubi. But even hearing this, he can't do anything because the most important thing, a partner, he doesn't have. After hearing this, Lily says that in that case, he can find someone in his dreams. There he can live with any partner he wants. However, it would be more practical for him to start with something more familiar. Like who, Lily? Like you? Open your eyes, Korwa, or I'll steal her. Anyway, realizing he could call any partner, he again flees to the cat from before, saying that the difficulty of starting to live with a woman is high, so he thought about living with and getting used to this cat. But seeing that, Lily realizes she has a real enemy. That's when, suddenly, she hears something, and when she realizes, it's the cat speaking. It introduces itself as an evil spirit living in dreams. Lily is startled and asks if Korwa can't hear that cat talking, but he says he can't. The cat says it will take on the role of mediator between the two of them and will make him give her a hug from behind. Just imagining that makes her completely blush. However, she asks for the details of the plan. The plan is very simple. The cat will sit in her lap while staring at her. After a while, Lily will say that the cat wants to eat, and when Korwa tries, the cat won't move, and thus he will be forced to try from behind. And so they begin the operation. However, I don't know about you, but the cat is clearly not just staring but also caressing quite a bit. They then follow the plan, and she informs him that the cat is hungry. She says that since he wants to experience living with someone, he should hurry to get something soon. When he gets it, she warns him that the cat is lazy, so he should be fed from behind. After so many instructions, he asks if she understands what cats say, and she replies that she does. This way, he says he is going, and then gets close enough, and Lily, who is prepared for this, finds herself completely lost. The cat says now is not the time to be shy, and she then opens her eyes, only to be startled again because he was even closer. Unable to bear this pressure any longer, she gives up, unable to endure the shyness. And with this completely embarrassed cuteness, we'll stop here. If you want more works in this style or more works in general, comment on this video, leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Until next time.